What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the Ironheart podcast. This is episode 8. My name is Lungile, and welcome. The Ironheart podcast is a podcast about filmmaking, film, TV, and marketing. So that's all the type of things that we talk about. It's mainly our topics. We talk about what's happening. We share tips, tricks, and basically talk about all things film, TV, and marketing. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, today I'm super excited. I'm going to be talking about a topic that I really love, which is movie trailers. One thing that a lot of people know about me is that I love movie trailers. Like, I watch them all the time. Even my girlfriend looks at me weird when she finds me watching movie trailers over and over. I love them, you know. Even recently, she saw me watching the Matrix Resurrections movie trailer over and over, and I was just like sucked in. You know, I think people that create movie trailers are just amazing, and they have like the best jobs ever. I love movie trailers. I watch them a lot. I mean, I guess mainly I love watching movie trailers about movies that I like, thrillers and dramas and horror. And I want us to talk about what it entails to put together a movie trailer. So last year, I had the opportunity to work on 2 movie trailers for 2 movies that debuted on Showmax. They were both like family dramas, and they were really cool. I mean, the process was cool and a little challenging, but I think it came out really well. So basically, I had a client who needed me to cut 2 movie trailers, like I said, 2 family dramas. One was like a hospital/family drama setting, and the other one was about a love triangle, you know. And I just wanted to talk about things that I picked up and things that I learned, okay? What happened is when I got to the client's office, they gave me footage for the movies. And one thing that I noticed is that we had the rough cut of the movie, not the finished movie. So the movie was still being cut. So that was something new that I didn't know. I think they were like 5 or 6 weeks away from releasing the movie. They were still fine-tuning it with the broadcaster. So that was interesting. And they also gave me the raw files, which was pretty interesting. The fact that, you know, they gave us the full movie, the timeline for the full movie before it was like finalized. And what was interesting with one of the movies is that they told us like, don't use this section because it's going to give away too much from the movie. And it was pretty interesting, you know, to work on this movie trailer. And I think that I noticed is that the movie was shot on Arri Alexa. This made the footage like really, really big in terms of size. And they didn't give us proxies. They gave us like the full raw files, MXF Arri Alexa footage, which was 4K. And this was really heavy on my system. In fact, first the client gave me a drive so that I could work from home because I wanted to work from my house, and then I just could not. The footage was so heavy on my computer. My computer is pretty decent in terms of, you know, I can edit relatively a good amount of data, but I just could not. I tried to make proxies the whole night. It didn't work. And I found out that the problem was the reading and writing speed of the computer and the hard drives, because I was editing from a drive and it just didn't work. So what I did, I went back to my client's offices and I worked from there. So it was much, much easier when I worked from there because the footage was on the server, and the read and write speeds when you're working with footage from the server is just much, much better. You know, they have like a 10 gigabit network line. So that's like really, really something that I picked up. I was like, wow, I'm actually working on the same specs. Like the computer there and my laptop at home have the same specs, but because they're editing from a server and I'm editing from a drive. Like editing from a server that has 10 gigabit speed is so much faster. So it's not even about the specs of the computer. It's about the server and the read and write speed of the data. So that was something interesting that I learned. So yeah, so I started going through the movie. I had to find out what the story is, what the target market is, what's the genre and the tone of the movie they're going for. I tried to find examples of movies that are similar, that have a sense of tone before I started cutting. And once I started going through the movie, started making selects. Selects is just selecting parts of the movie that are awesome, like dialogue clips, action clips, great shots that are going to help tell the story. So I went through the whole movie just to get the story and what's happening. While I was going through the movie, I was selecting all the best shots and dialogue clips, which are called selects. Once I was done, I had to look for music and then begin editing the trailer. The process was relatively straightforward. I realized it's just like editing a TV promo. You just have to tell the story quickly in an interesting way and make it engaging. So yeah, I was building it on my timeline. I built the story. I got sound apps that tell the story. That could sort of be a voiceover. That's what I started with. And then I got like footage that would support what the dialogue clips were saying. For instance, if the character is saying it's about a man and a woman, I want to have a shot of a man and a woman over that voiceover. So that I was pretty much building a story, trying to sell it, and then I had to cut a 60-second trailer and a 90-second trailer. And yeah, it was an interesting process. It's not glamorous, but you know what? I love trailers and I love putting them together. I love finding music, finding sound apps, creating the visuals, making it more interesting. And sometimes you even have to lie when you're editing these trailers to make some moments bigger than what they are. So yeah, it was a really cool experience. And the trailers premiered on like YouTube and Showmax, and they got like 10,000 views. I'm sure they boosted them and stuff. But it was an interesting experience. And I think I'm just talking about movie trailers because I guess if you want to cut movie trailers in the future, I'm just trying to share my knowledge. There's sites that I used like Universal, UniPPM, Extreme Music, and Artlist to find music and sound effects. I'll put some of the examples of these sites in the description of this podcast, whether you're listening to on Spotify or listening to this on YouTube, so you can look at different tools that you can use to make movie trailers. Basically, I'll list the different types of tools that I use, which are music library sites from Extreme Music, UniPPM, and Artlist. They have great music. They have music for different movies, different tones, whether it's a romantic movie, a drama, a sci-fi, a thriller. They're really good resources to use. And you can use these sites if you want to use music for like a sizzle reel or a fake trailer if you're pitching. So, but yeah, they're great resources. They have like music, sound apps, drones, rises and downers. So most of them, they're not free anyway, but you have to pay for the music that you're using and you have to create an account with all these websites, but they're great resources. And most people in the industry use those sites. So just something to think about. I'll drop them in the description. And that's a little bit about movie trailers. Obviously, in like Hollywood, bigger movie trailers, they'll even like remix like popular songs. This was like a local movie. We didn't have that budget, so we can't like remix popular songs. We had to use library music. But the process is really, really cool. I hope you guys learned something. I hope you pick something up that you can apply for your projects, something you can use in the future. And I hope you guys enjoy this episode. So if you like this type of content, please hit the like button. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, hit that notification button, and also comment and let us know what else you'd like us to talk about. If you listen to this on a podcast platform, please rate us or send us that mail. We've got an email in the show notes. Let us know what you'd like us to talk about. And yeah, that's it, guys. That is an episode of the Ironheart podcast. Today we've been talking about movie trailers. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Until next time, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.